Konnichiwa. Welcome to the second video for Tower 1, Do You Eat Sushi? Japanese reads from the top down. So we have sushi o tabemasu ka. Sushi o tabemasu ka? Do you eat sushi? The noun is at the top, followed by the particle, the verb top bit, the verb bottom bit, and the full stop or question mark. In the previous video we concentrated on tabe and mas and the 6 options that go on the 6 sides of the cube for the top bit of the verb and the bottom bit of the verb. In this video we're going to have a look at the particle and the 2 options that are available for a particle. The first one is o and the second one is ni. After we look at how the particle works, we're going to add the noun on top, so we're building it from the bottom up, and finally we're going to add the question mark or the full stop to the bottom of what will now be a full sentence. Lock the particle block. The particle goes with the verb, so those 2 blocks have to lock together. If the verb is tabe, then the particle has to be o. Lock those blocks together. Treat the particle and the verb as a set. Iki needs a ni. Iki, meaning go, is the only verb that needs the particle ni. There are other options for particles for iki, but at this stage please just lock in iki needs a ni. 6 options with mas. So there are 6 options of verbs because there are 6 sides of a cube, and the 6 options I've given you is tabe, iki, ni, shi, kai, and I. All of the verbs use o except ni for iki. Iki is the only one that needs a ni. All of the other verbs lock in o. So here we have o tabemasu, ni ikimasu, o mimasu, o shimasu, o kaimasu, and o aimasu. Once the particle is on top of the verb, we're now ready to put the noun on top of that. Sushi o tabemasu, and ka at the end. You could put any food up here because it works with the word eat here. So you could put apple o tabemasu, or you could find out the Japanese word for apple and put ringo o tabemasu. It's really easy to look up nouns in the dictionary or on an online translator. So have a play and find a food that you would like to add as your food noun to go with tabemasu. Remember, you can also manipulate the bottom bit and put on a mashita or a mashor or a masen, masen deshita, or taides. Noun on now. So depending on what the verb is, depends what sort of noun you might put on top. If your noun is tabe, like it is in the front block here, then you will need a food on top. Otherwise you'll end up saying something like futi o tabemasu, which would be I eat a footy. And you can do that if you like, but I don't think they're very yummy. So if you were doing the buy verb, for example, you could change tabe to kai and put futi o kaimasu, I buy a footy. Or you could use kutsu o kaimasu, I buy shoes. It's really up to you how you add those ones. Here are some noun options which I think fit the verbs quite neatly. Sushi goes with tabe, sushi o tabemasu. Mise goes with iki, as in I go to the shops, mise ni ikimasu. Terebi goes with mi, so terebi o mimasu is I watch TV. Futi o shimasu, I play footy. Kutsu o kaimasu, I buy shoes. And tomodachi o aimasu, I meet my friends. Needs a full stop, so just to completely complete our sentence and make the point about ka or a full stop, here it is with sushi o tabemasu, I eat sushi. A full stop in Japanese is called a maru, a circle. Personally, I like to call it a mini donut because that's what I think it looks like and because I like donuts. Ka makes a question. Sushi o tabemasu ka? Do you eat sushi? One of the most sensible bits of Japanese is that a question is made simply by adding ka. Now I hope you can see that you've got the ability to change the noun as you choose. Please use dictionaries to do that. Lock in the particle, there's two options. O is for 5 of the verbs that I've talked about here, and the one that has the particle ni is iki. There are 6 possibilities for the bottom bit of the verb. Please rotate them around, choose different ones so that you can change the meaning that you want to say. And then there are 2 possibilities for the base here. So with all of those possibilities, you've got a lot of different sentences and questions that you can potentially make in Japanese. Have a go at doing some of them. Grab some cubes, grab some dice if you can't find a cube, and start mixing and matching and seeing what sorts of combinations of sentences you can make. Make sure you can say it in Japanese and say it in English so that you know the meanings of them as you go. Good job! See you with the next slide.